Hello and welcome to the Beat Brings Us Together podcast, presented by myself, Luke Hassan. It's a show where I invite talented musical individuals to discuss their story as we dig deeper into their musical journey. We'll discover where it all began for them, where they are now, and where they look for the future. So this week on the podcast, I present to you a series of interviews that I recorded at ADE. I got to chat with Joshwa, JSRP, Mad Villains, JSRP, Lewis Hewer from Repaid Records, and I round off the show with Space Jump Salute. So I hope you enjoy this one. ADE was something really special, and it's great to be able to link up with these amazingly talented people. These interviews were recorded in a variety of locations with maybe a few drinks had. So yeah, it's definitely a good one to listen to. So enjoy. Hi, I'm with Joshwa off the back of 2 sets. I'm with him after he's just finished his second one at Stashed. Saw him yesterday at Glasgow Underground as well. And I'd never met him before, but met him after. Heard him play this little 212 remix. Oh my God. Absolutely superb. How'd you feel, Josh?
Yeah, I feel really good, Luke. It's just such a vibe at ADE. It's my first time here and I absolutely love it. It's absolutely brilliant. Yeah, the 2 parties I played as well were wicked. Big up to Kevin and Sam Dexter for, obviously throwing the party yesterday, and obviously SKT for the Stash and all the Stash boys. 2 parties are wicked.
Oh man, and obviously I know your tunes already, but I hadn't seen you play before, and you're proper groovers as well, so it's just so up my street. It's unbelievable. And I got to hang out with you all day.
Stop it.
No, it's cool to meet other level-headed people in this industry, and that's what this podcast is all about as well, just sort of just getting people's stories out there. And yeah, man. What do you think your favourite thing is about ADE is?
That's a good question, Luke. The bikes, no, I'm joking.
No, definitely not the bikes. I can't stand the bikes.
I don't think anyone can. Definitely got a neck ache from twisted and left, right and centre looking for them. And then it's hard to avoid them and then try and get hit by tram as well. To be fair, my favourite thing about ADE is definitely kind of just putting faces to people's names that you chat to on social media or different labels or whatever. It makes, certainly from my perspective, such a difference when you actually meet people and you can actually build that relationship better. And for me, that's what ADE is all about. Obviously the music as well. It's unbelievable hearing loads of cool artists, dropping their new stuff, testing new stuff. It's been absolutely brilliant.
It's this face-to-face contact and actually seeing people in the flesh. Nothing beats it, man.
Yeah.
Nothing beats it. No. Well, I mean, I've had 2 gigs here already, but I mean, God, kind of make you split 50-50 or something. I don't know. But what do you think your favourite moment of the week's been?
Favourite moment of the week was, to be fair, I went on the Rawsome boat trip today, and that was wicked, really good. Met all the guys there as well. Greco put on a fantastic party. Obviously Ricky as well. It was good to meet those guys, and the boat party was wicked. Really good sound system, really good vibe the whole day.
That's been fantastic to speak to you, Mr. Josh.
Cheers, Luke.
So good. And I look forward to seeing this 212 come out. Yeah. Thank you so much, mate. Thank you.
Cheers, buddy.
No, honestly, I'm with the lovely lads, JSRP, Jack Swaffer and Richard Profond.
Hello. Hi. How you doing?
Oi, sunshine. Oh, hello. Yeah.
We're having a good time. That's obvious.
Yeah, man.
Absolutely killed it tonight, boys. It was so good. One of the best sets I've seen you play, actually.
Thank you.
Thank you very much. I'm glad everyone's enjoyed it. We've had some wicked feedback. Got to play a lot of our new music as well, so that was very special. Yeah.
I need to try and pick out what it is. Absolutely bangers. Yeah. Oh man, it really is bloody good tonight. Really good. Good vibe on this boat as well.
Yeah,
but
vibe. You won't. I'll be honest with you now. Done a lot of boat parties over the years and things like that, and you won't actually find another boat party quite like this, because it's been running for 4 years now, and it's kind of like friends of friends. So and it just, it's sold out. It's sold out the last few years, and the majority of the people on there are the same same faces from the beginning. So really good to see everyone again.
Yeah, you can tell the vibe from here. Like, everyone's here to have a good time, and just a lot of love going around, isn't there?
Yeah.
A lot of love, a lot of great tunes as well.
Yeah, very.
Well, I want to start off asking, what do you think your favourite thing about ADE is, just in general, really?
The favourite thing is getting together with everyone from different corners of the globe. I mean, we've got people from the States, obviously people from Holland, Germany, us from UK, and everyone will get together and they're all here for the same thing and they just want to party and have a good time, and that's probably the best thing about ADE, just connecting with people.
I think it is got that global touch to it, hasn't it?
Yeah.
How about you?
For me, it's pretty similar to Rich, but I mean, a lot of people say they come to ADE for meetings and to meet up with label bosses and bigger artists and things. I'll be honest with you, I don't plan anything like that when I come here. I never have done. But you know, if you're going to the same sort of shows or parties or playing on the same sort of shows and parties, and you've got that sort of like-minded crowd with you, they're the people you end up meeting. You know, and they could just be punters in the crowd dancing, enjoying themselves, but they're the people you want to remember because, you know, they're the ones that make it all happening for us. So, you know,
I think you make it really obvious as well when you play. Like, I think you always bring a crowd with you, and then that crowd starts the rest of the crowd.
Yeah, we've got an entourage, man. Always got an entourage.
I think I've met loads, so I feel like I'm best mates with them now.
Family now, we're all family.
We're all family.
familia.
Yeah.
Well, what do you think your best moment's been of this ADE then?
If it wasn't tonight at this boat party, it was last night at Toffler in Rotterdam. We played alongside Dwayne Pinnock and Friends with Dusk Till Dawn, High Sound System and a few others. And if anyone's ever been to Rotterdam and been to Toffler, they'll understand that the people that go to Toffler and the people that party in Toffler go there for one thing, and that's the music. Not like the certain places in the UK where people go out just to go out and, you know, they go there more for the Instagram and all this. People aren't bothered about that there. No one's really...
There's no phones, is it?
Well, they take videos, but it's more, it's just like they love the music, and it's just like there's a different whole persona over here, and that's what me and him buzz off. Like, we get it in the UK, but it's just different out here. It's really different.
Would you say the same as last night?
Yeah, I'd say so. I mean, yeah, absolutely grade A show. And, you know, we've played there a few times before, but it's just as special coming back every time.
It gets better and better.
It really does, yeah. It gets much better and better.
As me and Jack are growing in our, I was saying to someone earlier, like, I think we've found a connection. Like, we've always had a connection, but I think we sort of slotted in now, and like we know where we are, we know where we want to go, and I think it's only up from here now.
I mean, it's been great to get to know you fellas, and he just seen you absolutely up and up, fellas. Like, so the music's absolutely on point. The mixes are so good, and a lot to come from the label as well, isn't there?
Well, yeah, Rich Got Jacks. We started. We have got on the horizon. We're going to do like an actual Rich Got Jack label records. We're going to keep it small and cool and sort of release 1 or 2 tracks. You know, give a lot of labels and stuff. Like, no disrespect, they release a lot of music and don't give the music time to breathe. They release a month, and loads of remixes, and we're sort of trying something different. So what we've started doing is like a free download sort of series where we're going to get a lot of cool music in from producers that aren't really heard, and we're going to try and push them out through our channels. And then once we get a scope on that, I think next year sometime we're going to start a record label, and then it's mostly because we want to release our own music. Because a lot of people that you speak to on the podcast and a lot of people that you speak to in the industry, it's hard to get signed to labels, especially big labels. You have to be in certain circles and certain, you know, you have to know certain people because it's a bit cliquey sometimes. So if you've got your own label and you're doing your own thing, what's to lose?
Free for all, baby. Free for all.
That's it.
I've got to say, thank you so much. You do a lot for the industry as well, because you're both such level-headed guys, nice fellas, and just really, really talented. And thank you for coming on the podcast as well, man. I really appreciate it.
We'll have to do a longer one.
Yeah, a longer one's coming up as well, fellas. Series 2. These boys have been on board, so I really appreciate it, fellas. Nice to see you again.
Thank you.
Cheers, man. Thank you.
Thank you, Luke.
Cool, so I'm here with the legend that is Mad Villains, a personal favourite of mine.
Yes. How you doing?
And many others, man. Amazing sample pack you've had out as well.
Yes.
Which
that one's got quite a bit of attention. I mean, I've got East End Dubs, he made his recent track with that. And I've just been getting loads of like people coming up to me saying like, yo, this sample pack's inspiring me. Like, you know, loads of people are making tracks with this sample pack. I'm getting promos, hearing like my samples, so it's cool. I really like it. It's cool.
I mean, I've been following you for years, man. Maybe like 2014, 2013, and your production back then was solid, and now they're just like another level, man. I'm so impressed by you.
Yeah, when I think back to them days, like, I listen back to that stuff and I think, fucking hell, that sounds so bad. Like, the mix sounds horrible. Like, the ideas were there, but the delivery wasn't 100%. So the last, like, several years, it's just been me spending, like, loads of time in the studio just trying to fine-tune the sounds, develop the sounds, make them a bit more like solid, a bit more, you know, like ready for like, you know, commercial kind of radio club, whatever. So I've just been doing that and just trying to get my, you know, my mix downs good. And I'm just, I'm cool now. Like I'm happy with everything I make now. I'm happy with. Like I don't have any problems with anything I'm making now. Before I used to second guess myself and ask if like what I'm making is even good. But now I just do things. I'm just like, yeah, I'm cool. Like I like that. So it's cool. Man. It's cool.
Oh mate, I'd say, I don't know if you feel the same way, but I feel like you've never lost your sound. Like it's always got its Mad Villains touch. And it's nice to see that expression throughout the years, man. It's been like 5-6 years since I started listening to you.
Yeah, so basically like I've basically tried to keep the same consistent like sound that I've had since back in the day. Just I've developed it now to where it sounds more like, I feel like before I had the right ideas, the delivery wasn't 100%, but now I feel like I've gotten the delivery down and it sounds like everything I make now I'm just like I'm content with. I don't feel like any doubt in what I make. It's just a matter of just, you know, getting it to the right outlets. So I'm cool. Like I'm confident in what I'm doing now. So I'm happy.
Well, you should be, man, because it is superb stuff, man. I'm a massive fan. I'm going to probably say that about a million times. But,
thanks, man. Appreciate it.
Well, what do you think your favourite thing about ADE is?
I think ADE is cool because you meet all your internet friends, all your friends on the internet that you don't ever have a chance to see in real life because of, you know, the distance. Everyone's here in one little small city, so you run into people that you thought you would never see before because they live in this country or that country. And it's cool because, you know, you get to actually see people face to face, see what they're like, and you just, you know, it's cool. It's a big hub for everyone to come and link up. It's cool.
Yeah, man. Actually meet people face to face, and I think honestly, everyone said the same thing. It's just nice to actually see people in the flesh, which I think is a positive thing for everyone, right?
Yeah, no, definitely, because it's really hard to build a relationship with someone properly if you haven't actually met them. You know, you want to see what they're like face to face, because online they may front and put on a persona or say they're this person, but in real life they're not that person. So it's good to actually see the people in real life and gather, you know, what kind of person they are for yourself, like physically, for your own eyes.
Oh man, I'll tell you what, thank you so much for sharing with me tonight. It's I really appreciate it. I've known you for a little while, but you haven't changed. You're always one of the nicest guys in the scene I've met, and always have time for everyone, so I appreciate it.
I try to be helpful. I try to, you know, I'm cool with everyone. I don't have no beef with anyone. If I do, I don't know about it, but you know, I try to be helpful. You know, I'm always here to help people and spread knowledge however I can, so it's cool, man.
It's very much appreciated. Thank you so much, man.
No worries.
Good to see you again, man.
Sweet.
Yeah. Hello, we're at ADE with the mastermind, and he's saying no, but he is the mastermind of house music, disco, minimal. So just, you know, he can pretty much make anything you want. But JOKO, oh man, it's a pleasure meeting you anyway, because I'm such a huge fan.
Right, thanks for having me, man.
Oh, jeez, man, it's like a dream come true, right? But I wanted to know, what's your favourite thing about ADE? You're a man, I'm guessing you've done a few of these. What's your favourite thing about being here?
Obviously, just like meeting all the people that you have been talking to online all the time, and just having a face in front of you and actually getting to know the person. And yeah, it's sick. I love it. Every time I come here, it's the best time ever. So.
No, man. Well, I think we'll probably all feel very similar to that. What do you think your favourite moment has been, or your favourite experience has been at ADE, like over the years?
Oh, that's like a dad, or like asking a dad, like who his favourite child is, you know. So there's been several. So one of the highlights, obviously, is the boat party I've been to today, and of course the PIF-related parties.
And you play with Chris Stussy, right?
Yes. Yeah. What do you mean with? Like,
you play
I've played back to back with him, not on ADE, but I've played back to back with him on Sisyphos, and it was such a great time, really. That was also my first time partying in Berlin.
No way, man.
Even though I'm from Germany.
You're a native.
What's that?
You're a native, right? Of Germany.
Go again. Like
you're a native German, right?
Yeah, I am. Yeah, not like the same part of Germany, but I've never been to Berghain or something, and for me, it wasn't really a thing to strive onto. Like I want to go to Berghain once or something, but yeah, I had a gig in Sisyphos lately together with Prunk and Christossi, and like basically the whole Piff crew.
He's the man.
He's the man.
Yeah, and we ended up playing back to back. I ended up playing back to back with Christossi, Prunk, and like was like a 5-hour set or something. So like wow, it was the marathon. So
Oh my god.
the best time ever, really.
I've got to say, absolutely thank you for so much for taking the time to do this. You don't have to, and it's very kind of you.
No,
Mastermind.
happy to be there, man.
Well, we're here on the Rosenthal boat party in Amsterdam, ADE 2019. I think we've had a few drinks.
Yep, we've had a few drinks today.
But it's time to do a bit of podcasting. I'm here with Lou and Jesus, we'll edit that one. I'm here with Lewis Hewer, A&R manager at Replay Records, and a very good friend too. And I'm just here to ask you a few questions, if that's okay with you, sir.
Yeah, of course. Happy to answer.
I wanted to ask you, what's your favourite thing about ADE?
My favourite thing about ADE is not only networking with new people that can open up avenues for the label or myself as an artist, but also meeting some of the artists that we've had on Replay and also our new sister label, Fruity Recordings. It's just so good to put like a name to a face, because there's so many artists that we've met from across the world that we wouldn't get the chance to do if we didn't come to ADE.
It's definitely more of a global scale of things at Amsterdam Dance Event. Do you think, like, because we do BMC a few times, I'm a bit biased here because I'm also an A&R at Replay Records, but it's a great label, so I can be biased. But yeah, we've done BMC as well, but I think ADE gives us that chance to reach out to those artists that aren't from the UK, basically, right?
Yeah, ADE is just on another level. Like there's so many people come from across the world. I think at Brighton it's mainly people from the UK, but ADE you just get people from all over the place.
Well, absolutely, mate. Okay, well, let's go on. We're going to ask, what do you think your favourite moment is of ADE? I mean, because we've been a couple of years now, but so you can say either. A favourite moment or sort of favourite experience you've had here or last year, really?
I think the favourite experience was this year, actually, getting the chance to see Todd Terry and Roger Sanchez at the Divine Label Works mixer. That was just incredible.
I think I'm in agreement with you there, man. Thank you very much, Lewis. And we'll see much of each other because we're staying in the same apartment.
Thanks for having me.
So I'm catching up with Space Jump Salute after ADE off the back of two wicked gigs, his Shanghai Date Transmission Take Party, and also saw him at the Stash Party. Both wicked sets, mate. It's really good to catch up with you, and I'd like to hear a bit more. Like, what was your favourite sort of part, ADE? Because I know it was your first one, so it must be quite a big experience for you.
Yeah, I mean, to be fair, like every single party we went to was just amazing. Mainly just the fact that you could just meet these people who are like obviously big in the industry and all that type of thing, and just go up to them and just have a chat and all that type of thing. And everyone was so nice and so encouraging. And I got to be a big love to the guys from Label Works who were really like introducing me to everybody and like really pushing me. And I mean, sometimes I didn't even have to say who I was. They were just like, "This is Marcus," and then they just went off on one. They're saying like, "He's done this, he's done that, he's doing this, he's got this coming forward," and I didn't even have to say anything, and it was great. But no, yeah, everything was amazing. To be fair, I mean, just like I said, just the fact of who you can meet and who you can bump into walking down the street. I mean, I can't walk around where I live and bump into Melody outside of his buddy. Outside of his flat waiting for an Uber. Like, you can't do that, but in Amsterdam at ADE you can do that, so yeah, that's amazing.
Yeah, I mean, I think it really is, it just becomes the hub of the world for those dates in ADE, like for electronic music. 100%. It's really bizarre when you step out of it, you're like, hang on, I was just next to nearly everybody in the electronic music world, all different genres, but totally bizarre. But I mean, yeah. But anyway, like your gigs. I mean, maybe that was one of your best moments. But I don't know. You tell me. What do you think your best moments were?
The gigs were very, very, very good because obviously I never played in Amsterdam before. Like I used to have an old project and I played in like France and Germany and stuff like that. But I'd never been to Amsterdam before. Like I've been previously with like my girlfriend and stuff like that. But yeah, it was wicked. It was a bit of a different vibe because the first one was more of a networking drinks event. So it's like you're kind of playing some of your own stuff, but at the same time you got to keep it like bit chilled and like housey and type of thing because it's like 7 o'clock and you can't really kick off with like the bangers that early and there's other people to play after you.
That's a DJ like.
Yeah,
you're setting the mood.
Yeah, exactly. Yeah, and then you've got the Stash event, which is the polar opposite. It's like in a small like underground cafe club type of thing where you could just go absolutely nuts at like 1:30 in the morning, which was amazing. But no, they were definitely wicked. But for me, definitely besides meeting everybody, I think the best part for me was definitely. Okay, I'll just say it, just signing a track to Glasgow Underground type of thing because I've been a massive fan of the label for years. I'd done some stuff with them previously, but only on compilations type of thing. And, part of me held back sending some music to them just because I didn't feel my production was up to their quality and all that type of thing. And just trying to hone in my own sound a bit more rather than just sending anything I wrote to them. But yeah, it was nuts. I was actually with yourself and we were going to, we went to their Glasgow networking party, met Sam and Kevin, and it was really, really cool and all that type of thing. Gave him USB to some of my new stuff, and then it was getting a bit late and we were going to shoot off, just grab our coats, and the man himself, Kasim's playing, and who I'd met previously, played at Vanilla Race's Wildcard Night. He's a really good lad and obviously he's killing it at the moment in the house scene and with Glasgow, and he's playing. And then he just starts playing one of my tracks, which I just sent to him as like a master, like unreleased and stuff like that. And so I just like, I've got to go over, just say thank you and all that type of thing. And he was like, I play all the time, I love it. It's like, that's wicked in itself. And then I turn around and Sam Dexter is dropping his moves with his amazing dance moves to the song. So I just go over and be like, this is on that USB. And it was just amazing. Then literally the next 30 seconds were him saying to Kevin McKay, this is available. Kevin going up to Kasim saying, whose is this? Kasim points at me. Kevin goes to Sam, says we'll have it, and then Kevin comes over and shakes my hand and says we'll have it. It's like 30 seconds. It's just like, oh my God, like it was amazing. And so yeah, we're currently in the process of sorting that out. We're like mixing it down and probably working on the arrangement a bit more, like because it's a strong track. But you know what, if Sam has got some ideas for it and Kevin have got some ideas for it, I'm always up for that because, like you said, you get a bit blindsided by your own music because you just listen to it all the time. So I'm up for listening to what the ideas they have. And yeah, hopefully it'll be like, I imagine it'll be sometime next year because obviously we're nearly drawing up the rest of the year already. But yeah, that was definitely like, as Sam said, that the magic of ADE, and that is for me, it's a perfect example of right place, right time. Because like when you and me are talking about it, like if we'd have left even a minute earlier, we'd have missed that.
Yeah.
And maybe Sam would have heard the track on the USB I gave him. Maybe he would have liked it. But I think, like you said, there's a difference between sitting at home on your USB and having a listen and being in the club and people reacting, because it did get a really good reaction, which is what made me smile and all that type of thing. And, being and having their, like, not like main star at the moment, but, like someone who's doing really well on their label playing it out, I think all those things help, like with this has got a lot of potential we can do with some of this track. And yeah, that was definitely like the best thing. That was nuts. That was absolutely insane. And I wasn't even much into drinking, but I remember saying to you afterwards, it's like, right, let's go have some drinks.
Yeah, I've turned him into an alcoholic already. One weekend with the Replay Records and he's turned.
The Replay boys know how to party, that's the thing. even if we are back at 9:30, it's still a good party.
It is. I think I'm so glad that was one of the best moments to see you sign that track as well. Because, I think 1 minute earlier we were thinking, oh, we should go and get some food from a particular chain of restaurants that sells burgers, chicken nuggets. And we're like, we'll wait for a minute. We're going to come back, but, it's food time.
It's like, food time. We're going to come back. But, like, that's the thing. It's just like a minute earlier, we'd have missed all of that, like, which is just insane. Like, And
I think, if you're listening to demos for, like, Replay and stuff, like, hearing them in your room or your headphones or wherever you are, sometimes it is hard to experience a track, but when you're in a club, there's no denying if it's good or not. Unless the system's terrible, or something. But if you've got the bass, it's
and
it's so
reaction
easy
of the
to
crowd.
feel the track.
Yeah, 100%. I mean, I get sent promos all the time, and it's like, not to speak ill of anyone in particular, but like, you know, you get sent stuff, and I imagine people probably get the same when I send them stuff. Is you go, yeah, it's all right, sounds good, like that type of thing. But then when you're in a club, it's just like, Jesus Christ, like that kick or that bass, and just like, you know,
denying
just,
it, isn't it?
just emphasises how good the track is. I mean, that's the thing. Like, everyone's got their own like system at home, whether it's headphones or whatever type of thing. And even if you've got a really good sound system at home, like, there's nothing like having like a bloody, you know, Function 1 monitors blasting it back at you, and it's just like, Jesus Christ, like, you know, type of thing. That's where it really like kicks you in the face. But yeah, it was nuts. I think for me, the best part about it was that, which I appreciated from Kasim's point of view, is like, he didn't actually know I was there. Because sometimes you get it where like a DJ's a mate and he's like, oh, I'll play your track, and you still appreciate it massively, but like, it's a bit different because you're there and they kind of want to do you a favour and like get your reaction a little bit. But when it's like it's just part of his set anyway, that's when it's just like even more like, oh, makes it even more special. He was just playing it, and I just happened to be there like at that moment type of thing. So it was nuts.
Magical ADE.
Oh yeah,
Well,
exactly. Yeah.
thanks very much, man. It's been
It's
great to catch up with you.
As always. And obviously, to anyone who's aspiring, I mean, yeah, not like gonna be the old man with wisdom, but like, having never gone to ADE and only just gone, just go. You have to go, because, I mean, if you go and nothing comes of it, nothing comes of it. It might take you a year or two of going, but just talk to as many people as you can. Be polite. Just, you know, just make sure. Do what I did. I just took like a load of USBs with my name written on the side. Hand them out to. You don't necessarily have to hand them out to everybody, because you'd be walking around with like 50 USBs. Everyone who comes up to you. But if there's someone prominent who you want to give it to, who owns a label maybe, or even just someone who's been like a promoter or anything like that, just do it. Just talk to as many people as you can. Be as nice as possible. Don't think you're there with your ego and all that type of thing, because no one will want to work with you. Because we were quite lucky, didn't we? We didn't really meet anyone like that, but I know a few people who met a couple of egos, and
You never know. Sometimes it's just a bad night.
oh yeah, sometimes it's a bad night type of thing, but no, yeah, just go. Like, you have to go, especially to ADE, definitely.
At the very least, you can have a good time, listen to some good
Oh,
music,
yeah.
so
And
it can't go wrong.
You know what? If no one wants your music, you can just get drunk and have a good laugh, so it's fine.
And force it down people's throats.
Exactly. You're going to listen whether you like it or not, so you know.
Oh, thank you very much, friend. I just want to say a big thanks to all the listeners out there. It's been really great to put this together and showcase some terrific artists, and all the speakers I've had on the podcast have all been so helpful and in supporting the podcast, and a big thank you to them. It was really a personal project that I wanted to do for a long time now. I just felt there was a bit of a space for some emerging artists and existing talent that just aren't getting the exposure sometimes I think they should deserve. And I just wanted a space for them to sort of tell their story a bit more, and just, it's not just like a 2-minute interview. But yeah, thank you so much for listening. Series 2 will be back soon. Make sure to subscribe to the podcast and rate 5 stars. You can find us on our socials at Beat Brings Us, or alternatively, you can drop us an email at beatbringsustogether@gmail.com. Please send in any questions you'd like me to ask future guests, or any feedback you have. I'd love to hear it. Thanks, and until next time, you've been listening to Beat Brings Us Together podcast with me, Luke Hassan.